You made it here, Mama, and that matters more than anyone gave you credit for. This isn't just a podcast. It's a lighthouse, a reckoning, a remembering. I'm Marisa, a single mama who knows what it means to lose everything you thought you needed, only to find yourself stronger, softer, and more sacred than you ever imagined. Love Letters to Single Mamas was born from the ashes of survival, but it is not about surviving anymore. It's about becoming whole, becoming seen, becoming the main character in your own life. Here, we tell the truth about the hard days. We celebrate the messy, the beautiful, the unbecoming, and the rising. We laugh. We cry. We break the silence around what single motherhood really feels like, and we're building something new from it. This is a community, a movement, a love letter to the woman you were, the mother you are, and the legend you're already becoming. You're not just welcome here, you're needed here. And if you're holding your breath right now, wondering if you're allowed to want more, to dream bigger, to heal louder, let me be the first to tell you, you are. So exhale, Mama. Welcome to Love Letters to Single Mamas, Season 2. Hello, Mama. Welcome back to Love Letters to Single Mamas. I'm Marisa, and if you're here, it's almost Mother's Day. I wanted to take this moment, this weekend, to give you 2 episodes carved out just for you. So here's our plan, Mama. We are celebrating this weekend without permission, without guilt, without the normal overthinking that weighs down our days. Hang on. Overthinking. Oh, Mama, that's right. That's exactly where we're heading today. But you don't overthink, do you? Or maybe just hearing the word has you squinting sideways, wondering, wait, am I an overthinker? Am I overthinking my overthinking? Or maybe it just dawned on you how much time you spend looping and looping, wearing yourself out before the day even begins. Oh, Mama, I hope you're ready for this one, because I have one question. Did you stop yet? Did you stop the overthinking? No? Okay. Then welcome. You just landed on the most important conversation we can have. It's the hidden pause button on joy, on progress, and peace. And thinking, it only tightens the knot. So today, the episode is your permission slip. It's your pattern disrupt. It's your full hard stop, at least for the next few minutes. But let's be super clear. This is not permission from the world. This isn't from your friends, your family, your boss, or your kids. This is from you, to you. So grab a cup of coffee or take me with on that walk, and let's talk about overthinking. Are you ready? Let's go. This is the first of 2 episodes for Mother's Day, and this one is called I Give Myself Permission to Stop Overthinking. And Mama, I couldn't think of a better occasion to drop this one into your hands, your heart, and your weekend. To be honest, in total transparency, it wasn't originally mine to give. But don't worry, I got permission to share this. This was a gift handed to me almost 5 years ago to the day when I was crumbling under the weight of all of the invisible what-ifs and should-haves that come with solo parenting. And now I get to pass it on to you, stamped with love and permission. The credit goes to a very good friend of mine, a single dad, a voice of reason, and quite frankly, the Yoda I didn't know I needed. When I told him that his advice was one of the most crucial pieces I had ever received, he just laughed. His answer? Really? Why would anyone need to hear my words? Oh, Matt, everyone needs a Yoda like you. So here's the brilliance that was gifted to me. And today, It becomes our collective anthem. We are going to celebrate the hell out of this life together, inside this beautiful, wild, global community of single parents. And I will be the first to rip off the Band-Aid and say, hello, I'm Marisa. I was a lifetime Gold Star, card-carrying member of the Overthinkers Club. You name the worry, I could spiral it into a 5-act tragedy. What if I told you there is a way to call yourself out of that storm? That's where we're going today. Buckle up, breathe deep, and most importantly, give yourself permission to begin. I worried over every detail, every outcome, every what if. Once the overthinking began, I was strapped into a runaway roller coaster. No brakes, no exit, no pause button. As a single mom, as a business owner, as a woman holding up the sky, I believed overthinking was just a part of the job description. It was the tax I paid to keep the house standing, the kids fed, the dreams alive. I remember walking through the grocery store on fumes, the cart squeaking under my shaking hands, holding back tears in the cereal aisle because the weight of it all just became too much. I remember pulling into the driveway, shutting off the car, and just sitting, crying behind the wheel because inside the house was another list, another round, another shift of being everything to everyone. I remember losing my voice, literally, from sheer exhaustion, whispering through voice memos to my closest friends because I had nothing left to give by the end of the day. I was running on adrenaline and fear, telling myself that if I just thought harder, worked longer, if I outplanned, outpaced the chaos, I could keep it all from crumbling. But here's the brutal, tender truth that cracked me open. I wasn't holding it all together. I was crumbling under it. And worse, I was addicted to the crumbling. Addicted to the myth that overthinking made me a better mother, a better woman, a better everything. That's when the gift arrived. Not from a podcast or a self-help book, but from a friend, a fellow single parent, someone who knew the terrain of exhaustion and survival. And with the simplest, gentlest words, he handed me a lifeline. You can give yourself permission to stop. At first I laughed, then I cried. Then I whispered it to myself over and over like a prayer. Like a permission slip I never knew I was allowed to write. I give myself permission to stop. Stop spiraling, stop fixing, stop managing every heartbeat in this room. Stop believing the only way to earn love is through exhaustion. It didn't happen overnight, but it did happen. My friend got through when the overthinking became overwhelming to the point it was taking over. In fairness, this was in the middle of the worst time in 2020. I was a business owner who had to shut down, and I was forced to survive 4 months without an income as a single mom. My dear friend asked me 3 questions, and that's all it took. I had worked myself into exhaustion to keep the thinking at bay. I settled my head on a pillow, reasoning if I fell asleep it was fine. It was early enough in the evening. Everything besides showers and bedtime had already been fulfilled for the day. I decided some hardcore napping may be the only answer left. I had spoken to the same friend earlier in the day, and I had wore him out and apologized. But now, in the quiet evening, he called back. I think I spoke maybe 5 words during the entire conversation. He started with a statement. He knew I had exhausted myself that day, but he still had a few remaining questions. Had I already worried about every possible outcome to death? Had I already considered every scenario, every feeling, every outcome, and every potential conversation I would have to have about this mess trapped in my head? Was there anything left to squeeze out of this mental loop? Exhausted, I said yes to the first 2, And I agreed with him. I had nothing left in my body. Then he handed me a lifeline. He said, "What if, just tonight, you stopped? Come on, you know you need this. You've already thought about everything. So what if you just set it down, just for tonight? Don't worry, you can start overthinking again tomorrow. It's time to stop." He concluded with, "What if you gave yourself permission to stop overthinking?" He didn't wait for an answer. Instead, he said goodbye and hung up. Oh, Matt, you were brilliant. You mean I've been choosing this the entire time? That night, I whispered it to myself like a prayer, like a mother tucking in her own heart. I give myself permission to stop overthinking. It was awkward, felt silly, but then it felt like freedom. Overthinking is not love. It's not devotion. It's not the price you pay proving you're a good mother, a good woman, a worthy soul. Overthinking is a learned survival skill. It's an unhealthy habit, just like shopping when we are bored with life, and why we crave comfort when life gets uncomfortable. And the beautiful, holy breakthrough that comes with it. Because if you can learn it, you can unlearn it. When we overthink, we try to outrun loss, disappointment, and mistakes. We try to manage our management team, and we're doing an awful job of it. But what we do is outrun peace. We push away the softness we long for, the rest we crave, and the stillness where we meet our wisdom. It takes acceptance that overthinking is not an art. It's a self-funded prison. I'm offering you the mantra that saved me. I give myself permission to stop overthinking. Say it in the car. Say it in the shower. Say it when you're laying awake in bed in the middle of the night. Say it when you feel yourself spiraling into the what-ifs and should-haves. When I started 5 years ago, you would have thought something was wrong with me. I kept repeating it over and over again. I would use it as a pattern disruption as much as I could. As my need for this mantra lessened, I used it to make a point. There are days I catch myself and I still need to repeat it. I give myself permission to stop overthinking. Mama, you're allowed to lay it down. You're allowed to exhale. You're allowed to live without rehearsed disaster. Dear Mama, I know you. You are fierce. You are tender. You are brilliant. And you do not have to run yourself into the ground to prove your love. So tonight, or today, or whenever you need it the most, wrap yourself in this reminder. You are not behind. You are in bloom. And you can stop overthinking, not because everything is fixed, but because you are enough right here, right now. You do not need to be everything to everyone. You do not need to carry it all. And Mama, you are still beautifully, powerfully enough. Hello, Mama. I bet you won't forget my mantra anytime soon. I hope you can use it to guide yourself back to a state of calm, even in the hardest stress. I believe in you. If this episode spoke to you, if you know of a mama who's stuck in her head and needs a way out, please share this with her. If this is your first time listening to Love Letters to Single Mamas, welcome home. If you want more stories, more tools, and more fire with love, join us inside the Love Letters to Single Mamas Inner Circle on Patreon. Search the name of the podcast to find us. I'm Marisa, a single mama on a mission, and this is just the beginning.